Bro, the legend. It's Trump, big guy. Until you get a phone call, till you fucking mic on. Oh, boys. Man, honestly, like I was a little bit nervous about. So what I did is, as a bunch of people had the update, as I was going through the Discord, and I was basically trying to crunch numbers because I seen a few people were like, "Damn, I can't actually get the stuff that I wanted. I'm missing out on a few things," and I was just like, "Damn." Like, hopefully I don't end up in that boat. But enough of the great people in the community. Anona, what's good? What's good? Enough of the good people in the community actually took a bunch of screenshots or started building some sheets and stuff really fast. You know how the community is. And they pumped out enough stuff really fast that I could just go over to my stats, check out my lifetime's keys, get a rough idea of what the costs were, and then I could just like jump into it and just buy some stuff. And then from there, it's like, as long as I get the farm cards that I want, or the amount of cards that I want for my farms, I basically just want everything to stay exactly how it was, and then kind of just see what the fuss is afterwards. And I did have enough because, like, the main thing was the change in price of stuff in the vault, and I was unsure. But then when I checked it all before I went to sleep last night, I had a rough idea that, okay, I can get auto restart and I can get cards and auto demon mode and that sort of stuff. So that's cool. Like, that means that my farming, I can still farm, because work's super busy at the moment. We've just booted up a bunch of another shift. So basically the production at work's like going 24/7, and 24/5. Everybody gets the weekends off. I'm sure they're pretty stoked with that. So it was like, as long as I could just maintain my farming, that was the main thing, and then see what we could do after that. And see what we could do was exactly what we did, boys. Give a shout out to XL Daily Junior Jackson. Oh, Mr. Junior Jackson. Mini Junior, Mini Daily. Brother Jackson's in the house. Dude, shout out to you, Jackson. What up, fam? Oh, but yeah, man, super stoked. Super stoked. Oh no, Macho Man's outside trying to fight the neighbors. Hold on, I'm just gonna mute the mic. Boys, for some reason, all the dogs in the hood are fucking pumping, eh? They're pumping, boys. They must be excited for version 29 too. The dogs are pumping. But, and then the worst thing is my big boys, like, we got like, our property's broken down into sections, and I want to think about it, if we're thinking about sections, I want to think about it like layers of defense, boys. Because that's always how I treat my property. It's like your castle. It's your sanctuary, and it's the little layers of defense. And where the big boy is at the moment is he's way down in the back section. I've got like, we just call it the pound, like the dog pound or whatever. But it's like where my shed is. We've got it fully sealed off in its own thing, so that the fucking dog can just run around like, boys, he's been trying to rumbucks he's trying to make everybody catch a fade. He's been super noisy this afternoon, which is a little bit out of his he's noisy at the moment. I can hear him in the background. I think he's pissed off. He's been enjoying the sun all day, boys. He's pissed off. He's chained down, but Maybe he's just excited for version 29. Boys, so pumped, man. So pumped. Good thing is, my boy, you're early. Dude, wasn't planning on doing this. But, like, honestly, it was a super shit day at work today. But I was so happy because we're version 29. That, like, I wasn't even working, boys. Like, I was running around. I was amping everybody up. I was fucking loving it. Bro, to the point where, like, I'm working and one of my boys is coming up to me, you know, giving comms, because it's all about comms, and he's running over to me to give comms. Hey, bro, I've done this. I'm going to go do this. Whatever. And I'm like, and he's like interrupting me, because in my head, I'm in version 29, and I'm like, everything's getting calculated. I'm like, okay, so crit factor of this and 5%, is it additive, is it multiplicative? Like, my brain's like fizzing out. Fizzing, boys.
Fucking fizzing, boys. You wanna see your fucking cunt fizzing? Fucking fizzing.
Fizzing, boys. Full fizzing out all day. I wasn't even at work, big guy. And fucking XL Daily. Bro, this fella got it. He got the update yesterday. Fucking cunt. Bro, and he like came over to see me, and it's like, fuck, is it look, G? And he's like showing me like some of the stuff, but like I know, like, okay, I've got to do this at 1, and like my brain's like thinking about work and fucking, but we're here, boys. It's 100% roll out, boys. I did get that other little update, whatever it was, bug fixes or whatever the fuck, whatever it was. Get that mango loco. Is that what it is? This is my son's flavor. He likes this flavor. Not gonna lie, it just tastes like a mountain of sugar. Holy shit, almost 100 grams of sugar. No wonder I've got the dentist in 2 weeks. What is this? Ginsengs. But boys, this is what I'm thinking. Let's get out of here. So, we've rushed the lab. What is that? What is that, boys? So, we rushed the lab, which gave us the preset. I've set up my... Fuck's sakes. Well, anyway, I set up the thing, so we got tournament and farm. The tournament one's all fully set up. I've set up basically, which is just like a max scout. For the bots, we got a damage one set up, basically an ant bot. But for us, what is this? So, what the fuck is this? What is this shit? Okay. So this is where we get more presets. I like the look of this vault thing. Did it always look like that? So, this is what we got. So we got the auto restart. We got 3 card slots. And that's so that we could just carry on from where we were. And that we could just add in the sales card. It wasn't super important, but it was super cheap. We got Auto Demon, Smart Demon, Auto Nuke, Smart Nuke. We got Energy Shield Restriction. I've seen some reports of some people saying it's not really working. Bearded Warrior. Run, dun, dun, dun. What up, big dog? I've seen some reports of some people saying it's not working. I don't know, man. It seems to be working for me. Did it extend the waves or anything? Not so much. But there's a lot of RNG when it comes to my farms, because we're heavily reliant on Viking Funeral, like I think most damage builds are. But I have a feeling that where it's going to get a little bit more of a payoff is those pesky overcharges in tournament, boys. In the tournament, boys. So here's what I'm thinking. We've got 100 keys left. Now, I am exactly I am exactly on the motherfucking money to be able to get the 3 presets, and to get the whatever for the bot presets. Now, I don't know how super important these are. I suppose these presets, and this might be something for yourselves, these presets are super important if you constantly fucking around with other shit. Like outside of farm, outside of Tawny, if you're constantly fucking around with your dissonance and that, the value of these presets skyrocket. They go whoop, way up there, boys. Way up there. Because you're going to utilize them a lot more. So I don't know. Like, I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, I'll get the workshop preset and the bot preset, and then I can get like a flame bot, and then I can do an EHP tab. And then, boys, we all know I'm lazy as shit, and I'm probably never going to do those runs. Or, because we have the presets, we are more encouraged to do it. And therefore, because we're lazy, picking them up results in us actually being more active in doing stuff like that. So maybe it's some sort of reverse psychology for lazy people like me. We got the workshop orb adjuster, this guardian thing, Kinners, boys, don't even go for it. I mean, you can if you got stuff for spare. I don't think it's super important. This is the stuff that I'm interested in. The defense tree, 25 for unlock, and I think 60 keys for 2 extra orbs, boys. 2 extra orbs. Now, would I rather 2 extra orbs, or would I rather a specific preset? Now, the thing is with the bot preset is that if we only got 2, you can reset one of them and keep the other one. Say if I reset this one, the damage, and then I just keep the farm, and then I wait till the event rolls over and spend the gems to respec it to damage, you know, like the typical kind of thing. The only problem I have with that is that the difference between having the ant bot and not having an ant bot was like 300 waves in Tawny. And I'm kind of in that situation where I would probably prefer getting those extra 300 waves. Boys, let's end this. Let's end this. So we can actually see what I'm talking about. So here's my tournament one, which basically meant that we can siphon everything out of this. Enemy attack level skips. Enemy attack level skips is useless, because the overcharge is just based on its own scaling thing. You're not skipping any of that, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, boys. As far as I know, you're not skipping any of this shit. Like any of the attack levels of an overcharge. So then this just becomes meaningless. This only becomes something in some sort of, like, I don't know, attack dissonance. But in that case, your workshop's probably going to look different. That's kind of where my brain is, boys. So the difference mainly in here is pulling out the econ stuff and pumping it into damage. So here's the difference between the two. Just slightly, 20%, 30%, 20%, 30%. It all adds up. It all adds up, boys. Now when it comes to the farming one, I plan to devo my damage. Devo all this shit. And just let free ups take care of it. Just to help with farm. My only problem is because of the change to the discount to enhancements when it comes to keys and whatever. I think previously to get those discounts, whatever it ended up adding up to at the end of the day, was like 40 or 50 keys. I think now it's about 140 or something. So we're going to be out of those discounts for a bit of time, boys. A bit of time. So The only thing is when it comes to this is I'm a little bit nervous that if I respec this to devo the damage out, that I will lose some of my enhancements. Because this tab here for my 5-click prior to the update, when we had that discount, it was like 60 or 70 big Q. After it, it was like 100. So it's gone up significantly. So I'm a little bit nervous if I respec this farm one. So my plan of attack for that is to give it another week before I respec that. But this is also slightly dependent on what we choose to do going forward. Now what I'm curious about is this. Life-saving ordering. Now to me, like there's a lot of things in the game that are like a nice to have. On paper, energy shield restriction, this thing here, I'm not sure if this is a nice to have. I'm kind of, the way I kind of on paper look at it and read it, is it's a very much need to have kind of thing if overcharge are your problem. Which should be the case for most people. This other stuff, nice to have, nice to have. Like this one here, yeah, nice to have, whatever. That's kind of like, this sort of thing here, the spawn accelerator toggle. This thing here would be super goated for people that do a lot of waves and want to get through that tourney with us having like this infinite intro sprint kind of mechanic, that we don't want the spawns to be increasing, but we just want it to be going fast. But this life-saving ordering on paper should be super good. Now I think that's what this little update was that we had, was to try to fix it. It's not working, or intro sprints not working. I don't know. I'm not goated enough to experience those problems. I think it's more of the guys in the higher tiers. But where my brain kind of leads into this technology, this V29 tech, boys, is that we can move around the order of nuke, so that if we get nuke mastery, the nuke should fire off. We should just be in a constant state of that nuke mastery's effect, which slowing down the overcharge, slowing down the hits of the overcharge, slowing down the hits of the raise, should be a bit of something. That's kind of where my brain, my little peanut brain, boys, leads to. I am missing out on a gem stack. Oh, boys, for 10 keys. For 10 keys, do we just get it at least to the 2 stack? What's it for max? 130, Uncle Fuds. Uncle Fuds, I don't know about that, but maybe at least to the 2. Maybe at least to the 2, boys. Now, I did see somebody... modules. I mean, there's some nice stuff in here. The ultimate weapon one looks like pretty choice. Like Poison Swamp. Like, you're probably definitely going to want this if you're a bit of a Poison Swamp Andy. Guardian, yeah, again, schmeh. I think all this stuff will be good. This is just like raw power, eh, boys? There's no crazy technology in here, it's just power. This ultimate weapon one looks good. Was it like 25% ultimate weapon damage, 25% GT? Damn. This just seems kind of dumb. Like, look at the coin bonus one for a basic. Who cares about that? Like, I don't understand this. Because I don't think basics give coins. Or does this just mean that now they give something? Does this mean this is a thing now, boys? What's that at max? Whoa, boys. That's for the ballers. Advanced elite. Yeah, I don't know about this stuff. This is for the big dogs. Not for us little guppies. I don't know, boys. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Bot presets have been a blessing for me. Workshop presets are very nice. Oh, bot range. Where's that? Bots. I forgot about that. That's a thing, eh? Bot range is huge, boys. Zorg, what's good? I'm really hoping that Antbot helps me stay in Legends for the first time. Absolutely, big guy. Absolutely. Damage adjuster to take care of those pesky problems. I'm aiming for that next. How much is that? Hey, why can't I scroll? What's going on? 25? It's pretty cheap, eh? JR, can't stay for too long, just say hi. Hope you're enjoying V29. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Heaps of good stuff in it. Heaps of good stuff. I can't wait for the movement around in tourneys too. I got the Poison Swamp slider. It's literally game changing. Poison Swamp no longer hurts my econ. Oh, dude, you'll be able to run stun on. Bro, that's so good. I've seen some images of people that have like moved it and shown at the different tower range. Look how expensive it is though. Enemy tab, maybe in a year. I think it's one of those ones, that enemy tab. I got 500 waves last time, missed out by like 60. Oh, dude, rat. Dude, if you're in that sort of position, bearded warrior, in like 2 or 3 weeks time, once brackets get created in Mythic, you be up there, man. You be permanent legends. Like the wave to the amount of waves, like I'm getting heaps of brackets where it's like 1,000 waves to stay in. The amount of waves it'll take to stay in legends will drastically drop over the coming weeks, and as more brackets keep getting created, the snowball effect will go on. I run 30 meter range and have Poison Swamp slider at 5. It's just barely outside my range, gets everything stunned. The orbs go in and throw in the haymaker, and then it is econ central for my guy right there. Especially if you've got like Poison Swamp plus. So here's where my brain is, boys. Why is this like this? Won't let me scroll properly. Won't let me use the wheel. Now, on paper, this tech here looks like it's something super good. But if we go back to the yarns I was just having about the presets, is that it benefits people that will actively do these sorts of dissonance runs and stuff like that. And I'm hoping that with these bad boys, it will encourage me to do them more and not just leave them so dormant. So, without further ado, my brothers, bots, unlock. Run, dun, 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 dun. How much is this to max? Not too bad. 100 for 8 meters is pretty good. Let's do this, boys. Now, we can't unlock this. No, we can't until we get the discount. 30 keys. Nah, you know, we're not going to do that. We're going to do it at one at a time so we can sit on the Limmy Bash, boys. And again, boom. There we go, boys. 100% discount. Gold boxed. Plus 3 presets. And removes bot respec limits. Here we go, boys. Run, 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 run. Yo, Clouded, you could get 2 orbs in the power section. It's not that expensive. That's something that I was looking at too. It's about 80 keys, I think. So I could at least get 1. And I think I'll be shy for keys. Because I did actually check it out before we jumped live. Because that was one of the options. To get the respecs. Or to go for 2 extra orbs. And 2 extra orbs is massive. It is massive for a little guild tower like ours. I find Charged Berserker fun. No more missing out on the Berserker bonus damage. Sometimes I don't sustain enough damage to max out the 500 times bonus in Tawny. How much is that one? Charged Berserker. Oh, dude, 5 keys. It's cheap as chips. 5 keys, boys. Got tier 17 to 2700, tier 18 to 1100, and my tier 19 is now only 50 waves short of the tier 20. Damn, you're making some hella moves, big guy. Not gonna lie, bro, it's fun watching all your creators spending your keys. Man, I wish I had more to spend. It's like watching other people mod their cars. Bro, that's why I've been trying to keep up with everybody's shit, man. Like, bro, so much. Like, I'm going to bed, catching up on people's stuff. I'm waking up, catching up on people's stuff. It's absolutely crazy. I've got 60 keys left. Now, theoretically, boys, we should be able to go 30. We're going to go one at a time, boys. One at a time. 2. There it is, boys. See, this shit's expensive. Look at that. For the 22% discount, 90 keys. I think that's like a... That's a nice to have, boys. That's a real nice to have. So, workshop presets. 20 keys. We got enough, boys. Check it out. So, let's just put out there. My math was off. My math wasn't even mathing, boys. Here it is, boys. Workshop presets. So, we pretty much sacrificed. After this update, we've sacrificed a whole bunch of discounts for enhancements. To basically get a little bit of new tech with the energy shield unlock thing, and then we get workshop presets for free, and we get an extra card slot for free with the changes to the vaults. So it's probably one of those things that if you want things exactly the same as where you had it, depending on how many keys, it might not be so much samey. But there might be some corners that you can cut. So one thing I was looking at as far as cutting corners was the orb adjuster. But the orb adjuster is so cheap that it's one of those things where it's like you might as well just get it. So here it is, boys. Without further ado. Boom. There it is, boys. What I've ever wanted. Like as soon as I first touched the vault ever, because I've come from the orbless kind of phase. As soon as I first touched the vault, ever since I was a little girl, boys, all I ever wanted was workshop, auto restart, and then workshop presets. And we got it, boys. We got it for free. What is this? Oh no, look, it gives you a little message when the homies are on. So this means, holy moly, what is this? Let's just name that 1. We'll name that 1. Ooh, look at that keyboard. Ew. And we'll just name that 2. Because it looks stupid. Is that the cloud phone keyboard? So, EHP. So it looks like it just picked up from where we left. So, damage, farm. Okie dokie, boys. The other thing we got is holy moly. So, farm, tournament. Now, what I am going to do on one of these random tabs, because we can just like respec. So, like, say we went like this. I think this is how it works. Like, we can go like that. And then we can just go boink. And then we can go again. And then, whoops. And then we can go again. Hey, what did that lock? What is that? Did you see that, boys? It locked. Oh no, what's happened? Look at that. Why is that even a thing, Uncle Fudz? Lock level -1. What is that, boys? We're going to have to keep an eye on that. If we ever lose one of our locks in our presets or something, it's stuck on this thing. -1. Respec. Why is that even a thing, boys? What is that, Uncle Fudz? So what I am curious is basically cloning. If we could just clone our farm tab, if it looks identical, because we could just respec it anyway, boys. So we might do something like over here. We'll put it down in the corner. We'll hide it in the corner so people don't see EHP. We'll hide it down in the corner. Hey, didn't even name it. Uncle Fudz. Old name, EHP. New name, EHP. Yes, save it. You can't even name it, boys. What is going on? Oh no, look. What the fuck is going on, Uncle Fudz? So we can go be at EHP Andy and we can pump this stuff up. And then we should just be able to swap stuff. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be talking it like doing like all these presets, and we're not going to be super lazy yet where we start taking advantage of the global thing and all the other carry on. But we're going to at least enjoy what we're doing. Study Mage, what's up? Heading to bed myself. Yeah, sorry about the crazy time. I was just super excited. They mentioned a one-time respec in the vault because a lot of players weren't aware of the cost increase. I can see how it would catch a bunch of people off guard, especially if heaps of people read the patch notes the same way that I did and just skim read the shit out of it. I skim read the shit out of it, boys. So what, we got like no keys left. Boo. Oh, we got 13. Can we buy anything for 13? Bot range. Oh look, there we go, boys. 2 meters. $100 keys to max. What is it for 2 levels? 30. So 2 meters, 4 meters is 30. That's cheap, boys. 60 for... The next thing I'm actually thinking about... Oh, we can't even afford it, boys. Is actually getting 2 extra orbs. Because I think that's going to help in everything. It's going to help in every dissonance, every tournament, and every farm that we do. So it ticks like every single box. Orbs are life, boys. Orbs are life. I'm waiting for the next one-time respec of the vaults. I made some mistakes. Oh yeah, so they were talking about in like a week or so or something. Gotta run, bro. Gotta go to work. Have a good evening, dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping in, big dog. So Are we supposed to do like... So what does EHP one look like? So if we just clones... cache? Do we need cache? Free ups is going to take care of... So 1.5 on the free ups. Package I think's the huge one. So we'll probably just start with the normal... Well, all of this gets locked out anyway, eh? So none of this even matters. So I suppose we just do that. And I suppose we go max. Boom, 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 boom. Enemy level skips. Look at that, we can max it. How much does that cost? 80Q. Shouldn't need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Defense tab. We just max everything. Max, max, max. Lifesteal, knockback, knockback, orb speed, orbs, shockwave, don't know what to put it at, frequency, yep. Chance, that, death defy, yep. Wall, yep. So pretty much got like that. Yeah. Like that. Try to save as much coins as we can, eh? Like that. 10. 1, 2, 3. So tournaments. So 1.45. 1.45. Boom. And then we should just be able to go ham into this. Graham, what's good? What's good? What is good? How are you enjoying version 29? So we should be able to go 2. Do we want heaps of regen? I feel like it's the package that we want. Because that's the only way that I know how to do this, boys. I feel like what we're going to do is, because we're going to clock up coins so fast, is that we should just do it at whatever, because we're going to make enough. What is it over here? It's at 2. So we'll keep it even with that, because we're used to these sorts of numbers. And we got 153 big ones. We take that up to 3. And take this up to 3. Take that up to 3. This is going to be huge for our dissonance, boys. And then I'm assuming, so we're going to go 1 for farm, 1 for tournament, 1 for utility disco, and 1 for EHP disco, and then 1 preset that's going to probably be like a second farm, and then I bounce in between, because at any stage we can just hit it at the 0, boys. Fuck. Boys, huge. Huge. I can't believe it. We're absolutely spoilt. Whoa, what did I do that? Landmine damage. When did I click that? What the fuck is going on? So we go like that. Oh shit. Too much clicks. So go, because, yeah, like I said, the package is all I know, boys. Oh, we don't even have enough. Let's just store like that. Let's just store like that, boys. Let's just store like that. There's one off. There's one off. Boys. So that's the EHP one. So farms max. So this is the thing you have to be conscious of. Let's say you move some modules around, you siphon some coins, you do some sort of carry on like that. If you overextend beyond a preset, you're not going to be able to click into it. It's going to be unclickable. So be conscious of that. What we do need is we need some general health for tournament. Now that we got the V29 tech. Now we got the new V29 tech. Let's fucking max it. Boom. Let's get this up. Spend it all, boys. Spend it all. In farm, not so much. I die from tanks faster than the overcharge is doing nothing now. Can we get any more of this? Get some cash. Let's just max it. Boom. Heaps of cash. So the only other thing I can think of now is, yeah, a preset for utility where we're taking out all of the coins that were put into the utility, because utility doesn't exist, and we just put it all into damage. So if we're to go here, we are to name this one util disco. What do you reckon, boys? Pretty self-explanatory. Boom. So now that's a thing. Now that's a thing. Coins Mastery will be my next one to make. Make sure that doesn't happen. Dude, Coins Mastery is huge. Coins Mastery was absolutely huge for my account, and I wish that I picked it up sooner. Now the stage of when to pick it up over upgrades to Golden Tower and some other stuff, it's very hard to calculate when, because there's like a bit of a trade-off. Like, it's going to take a month to lab it. It's a very expensive mastery. If those stones get put into GT duration or GT bonus or GT plus and that sort of stuff, like when is the point where you're going to get like the best bang for buck? It's definitely, yeah, it's just something definitely to consider. What up? You doing version 29? Dude, I am. Gained over 300 stones just from doing those little milestones. I haven't done milestones in ages, but now that we can swap, like just go bam like that, it's definitely going to encourage me to do stuff. Yeah, we are Taylorx. We are just going through the stuff that we've unlocked in the V29 with the tech. So we unlocked auto restart. Oh boys, that's what we're going to spend our last keys on. We're going to get one click into the add gem stack. So then we basically, like where we left off with some new tech. Yeah, I'll go through for you, Taylor. So we got the auto restart. You guys just seen it. We picked up another add stack, so we're back to where we were. We picked up an extra card slot, so we got 3 now from the vault. We got auto demon, smart demon, auto nuke, smart nuke. We picked up the energy shield thing, which is currently in tier 18. Doesn't really matter, it's the tanks that are the problem. Probably better in other tiers, but I feel like it's going to be more impactful in Tawny, especially if they're getting rid of that whole decay nonsense that they installed. We picked up the bot presets, so we're back to where we left off. This will probably be my next key purchase, shy 2 meters, because that sort of stuff is going to be super huge in farm and Tawny and distant, like basically across the board. You guys know how powerful bots are. All we've heard from version 28 is bot stuff, because it was the version for bots. And we picked ourselves up the workshop presets, we got this. It's weird that you can't see the cost though. And we got ourselves a workshop adjuster. So next thing I'm probably going to get is bots, but orbs will be the focus. Picking up those 2 orbs is going to be huge for us. Huge, boys. And if I hate anything in this, we get the free respec coming up. Saying what's good, what's good. That energy shield is a new one. Yeah, dude. It overcharges us nothing now. Now it doesn't mean they won't be something for me in particular coming up to it, but in the current state where the problem is, dude, that V29 tech, that V ticker, boys, run, 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 run. How much are single card slots worth in the vault? They're super cheap, bro. I can't believe what the other ones were. I can't see retroactively what they were, but it's like 5, 10. You know, it was super cheap. I'm sure it's like 5, 10, and 15. It was super cheap. I can't remember what it was in the other vault, but I'm pretty sure the first one was like 10, and then 15, 20, 25, like one of those sorts of buzzers. So obviously this one here is 40, so it's on the expensive end. How many can you get? 6. So 40 for the next one, 60 for the other one. So it's kind of like a scale thing, it seems like. Boys, I can't believe we got the workshop presets, man. This is ridiculous. Workshop presets look awesome. Dissonance runs have never been more appealing. Dude, that's like that, yeah, bro. I think a big thing, because the other big thing I was tossing out with was picking up 2 orbs, like straight up, because that's such an impact. But I feel like to encourage me to like more frequently update my dissonance stuff and stop being so lazy is to just facilitate that laziness. I don't have either of them, but seeing them is great. Dude, you're probably not that far off. Once all the brackets and everything moves, you're probably not that far off. Damn, we're eating good. What about enhancements, discounts? Will you be able to have the stats you used to? So, I haven't respec'd this original farm one because we've got this free slot here. So we'll just call it something. We'll call it B. Taylor. This is the B. Taylor slot. So I did mention it earlier that because of the loss of the discounts, I'm nervous in respecing this tab because we don't have that discount, and we might not be able to. So the whole idea to respec this tab is to devo off the entire attack tree tab. Devo the whole thing, leave the same locks, everything, but it's basically the poor man's slider. You guys know this, it's been a thing since the beginning of time, but there might be some people that don't know. But because of the loss of the 25% discounts that we all previously had when moving up the tree, I'm nervous that I won't be able to get a bunch of this stuff back. So what I'm going to do to play it safe is I'm not going to respec this tab for like 1 to 2 weeks to build up my lifetime coins. So if we do respec it, we'll be able to purchase everything back. We're looking very close because what I did is I actually have been, I think I've been saving all week or maybe longer than a week for coins, like in anticipation of this very thing. I didn't know that we'd lose all the discounts, but I thought maybe there's something that I have to buy. So what I'm going to do, and this is probably off stream, is I'm probably going to clone this exact tab and see what the difference is in the B. Taylor tab. and then see how far off it is or how much we lost. And I don't know, if you guys do want to see it, it's probably something we could do. We could probably just like do it for doing sake, because yeah, we'll see if there's a difference. So I am expecting a difference. We've lost 25% or 20, whatever the percent is I'm expecting that a good chunk of things won't be able to be unlocked. So maybe we'll be able to do it for testing purposes. $5, $10, $20, and $40. So that must be for the card slots. Yeah, so the first couple are cheap. $5, $10, and $20. The original cards were $10, $15, $20, $25. Yeah, so they moved up in what, 5s and then to 10 increments. So 75% more for the new cards in the top end. Oh no, actually. Yeah, so 75%. So the first couple slots cheap. And then it just curves up. I don't understand why they didn't force respec everybody's workshop with the change to the vault. That's something that I actually thought, after I seen that we don't get the discounts in that, I actually thought that I was so I didn't, when I seen the update, I wasn't going to update because I wanted to just keep farming, knowing that I was going to have a busy day at work, and I didn't want to interrupt anything. But I read enough Discord and I seen enough of like what everybody had done. Like the last thing I'd want to do is, when I seen that we lost all those discounts, is that it was a forced respec on everything. And I did play it safe, and I pulled everything out of my modules and I took screenshots of the amount down here to make sure that the amount of shards stayed, because I've seen stories of people losing like 50% of their shards and stuff like that. So I did it as a just in case. But yeah, I was super nervous that we would have to do a forced respec and everything like that. And I was just like, dude, when it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, you're getting up for work, you don't want to be mucking around with it. And like, so I wasn't gonna update until like I finished work. I was actually gonna save it for like now, and then I'd update and we can like all fizz out together. But I kind of had read enough that I was like, okay, and I had a mental note of like what we were going to do, what we were going to unlock, and everything like that. That I was like, oh nah, we're Gucci boys, we're good. So this tab doesn't exist. Utility. I suppose the other one we have to think about is the ultimate weapon dissonance. So maybe B Taylor turns into the ultimate weapon dissonance. But like, we could just like, boys, at the end of the day, we can just go like this, and then we can just go boink. Wow, boys, 2 years. 2 years we've been playing this bloody game, and we finally get that. 2 bloody years. Sup, Super Tower Nerd. Yep, Kratos is in the house, dudes. I know you guys already know, but if you don't know, go check out Kratos. I'm going to need at least 2 to 3 more slots to go towards Glass Cannon Hybrid. How many do you have in total? I only got 15 right now. 17 to 18's good. Yeah. You could start making like very mild sacrifices at like 17 to 18. I think like 22 is like ideal, but you can make some like jiggling around and stuff like that, and you can make it work. Smart taking a screenshots of your mods. I was telling my viewers to do that and they didn't, and they used the Project Ren to track it. Yeah, I just seen some nightmare stories, but it's not the first time I've seen patches happen, and everybody, like a whole bunch of people were saying like take screenshots of your vault and, you know, your lifetime keys and all that sort of stuff. When it's not your first rodeo and you see enough bugs, you're kind of like a bit more, yeah. We're on to your Uncle Fuds. So I'm gonna need a little bit of health here. I'm gonna need We'll take that to 2. I think we're gonna need... Do we need a bit of war health? I think it's just main health for the package. So, we're gonna max these. Oh, what? Ha! Lucky we got free respec. Wrong tab, boys. We'll start with the basic workshop. Range. Damn it. What range did I do last? I think 98 meters is the go for us. We want all of this crap. All of this fluff. All of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. Range means nothing to us. We want health, defense. Oops. Lifesteal. Lifesteal's like a... I feel like it's a real big one in the defense. Oh, attack dissonance. Maybe we're gonna name that. Attack. ATK disco. We'll do that, eh, boys? What do we reckon? Utility disco, attack disco, B Taylor. B Taylor is actually gonna turn into our toughest tab that we have. You watch this. You get an extra 19.5% buff to your coins per kill. Shockwave size. We need that maxed. Frequency. Landmines. Because we've got no free ups, eh, boys? So we're going to have to keep that in mind. And we are going to want max war health, and we are going to want max war rebuild. We got nothing in utility, so it's pretty much just all gold box. So defense, what did we say? 100 levels. Well, I don't know about that. 1, 2, or is that 100 levels? So we want a good amount of health. It sucks that we don't get the package, because I know typically when I do utility, they what do you call it? The vampires are a pain in the ass, boys. For when we have wall health, we'll pump it up, so we'll take it at 2. So we're actually 1.5 in attack. So we're just gonna try to clone what we already have. Dogs are fighting. So 1.5. So we should be able to just pump this stuff up, because we got a hell of a lot of coins for free. What a blessing, boys. V29, boys. Now I know, like, it benefits some people more than other people, but in theory, if you're in the right window to ride the wave, you will benefit from other people's progress that they're going to make. Because depending on when you started, you may have started and then you've known that like Legends is a thing or whatever. Like, it's Legends was there. I suppose I tried. Legends was there when you started the game. But when I started the game, not quite a boomer, but when I started the game, Legends didn't exist. But when they invented Legends, boys, when they invented Legends, we, like a week or 2 after it, we were from like not even top platinum, but I was sitting like mid-platinum or whatever it was, and then they invented Legends, and then like a week or 2 later, a couple weeks later, boom, shot straight up into champs. And we could probably even have a look at it. So this might be a little bit of an insight for you guys on what it actually looks like. So let's go all the way back from where we were a little girl. Look at that, boys. This is why I don't want to hear about people complain about rubber banding between. Look at this. Look at this, boys. You want to see the rubber band warlord? This is the rubber band warlord. Like a year, honestly, almost a year straight of rubber banding. So, here we go. Somewhere around this window, and we could probably actually look it up. I can't remember what the update was. Is it like version 20? When did Legends Tournament release on the tower? Idle defense. So October 17th. So about 1 month or so. Oh shit, the cat's jumping on the... Fuck off. Get. Piss off. This cat's jumping on the PC. Last time he did it, he ripped out all the fucking cords. Fuck off, you cunt. Get. So, about a month after it happens, once all the brackets started settling in. So about here. Somewhere around here, look at kind of like where I was. 22, 19, 21, like this kind of carry on. And then each week as it passes, like look at the massive drop here. This is what you guys are in for if you guys are champs players. This is at, if you look at these placements, this is the bottom of champs. Like I am barely hanging in and I'm gonna get kicked out. And then look at that, in the space of like a week or 2 weeks, I drop all the way down here. And then it just goes lower and lower. Look at that, and now we're winning it. You know what I mean? Or now we're getting into the promotion phase. And then that was us. Then we were champs. And then we were champs for the rest of our lives. And you can even see that even in champs, like all of this here, like for, if you guys want a perspective of a timeline, all of this here is, there's like no stone packs getting bought. Like all of this shit, no stone packs, no stone packs, no stone packs. So it's like, if you're like a low or a no spender, it's a realistic timeline. It's not an accelerated one. And then we just shoot up into champs, and then even as we're getting into champs, there's more of an exodus of people from champs into legends as more legends brackets keep getting created. So we get into champs. Remember, no stone packs are getting bought. We're not accelerating nothing. And then we just start climbing champs too. So if you're in the champs, if you're using that with your fucking Raven third eye, this is what you fellas are in for. So even though a lot of the stuff that you see is like available to other people in the community, you're gonna get a piece of it too. So this is how important a new league is for bringing fresh blood through the ranks. Like it's everybody is gonna be like this. Y'all gonna be y'all gonna be like this. It's all coming. It's everybody's gonna be loving it. Everybody's gonna be absolutely loving it, boys. It's a massive update for the community. It's huge. Huge, boys. Thanks for the shout out, dude. Make sure you go to hit the like button on the stream. Hell yeah. Waveflation is crazy. 300 ways to stay in champs back then. Yeah, so the thing is before that, at the champs, and even think about this, like, it is not the same version of champs that we have now. It was only like tier 11. But before this, people were doing, so before they released Legends, people were doing like 8 10, 12,000 waves in champions. Like, it was, you were never getting into champs. It was hard locked out. That was it. The only way you were doing it is whaling. And it was just like just a complete whale bracket. And that's what Legends has become. It's just become like whaling is the only way to get it, and then people whale because they want access to the quality of life that the Harmony Tree provides. And now that they're kind of freeing that up, it just makes it, it just puts it in a better place. So Mythic will now be the Whale League. And there's a good opportunity for people that are low spenders to no spenders and everything. Just get in, get access to the keys and the vault, and just enjoy that experience that a lot of people have been having for what's almost 2 years. It's literally almost 2 years. Like, they've squeezed enough, they've milked enough out of it. Now let's release a new league, and then now let's get back to the milk farm. Let's put the boys through the grinder again. So yeah, this is for everybody that's is wondering how this is going to affect them. This is a perfect reflection of how this is going to affect everyone in the community. So this is a massive update. And I thought actually in version 27 that they were going to do this, and then we got version 27, then we got version 28, and they've finally done it. And it's such a huge one. Let's actually, for testing purposes, let's check out the difference. And let's do it 1 for 1. And let's see how short we get. We'll start with the utility tab. So that's at 2. You made it through Plat and Champs so fast, they made you pay for it getting to Legends. Dude, the thing was with trying to get to Legends, and if you think about it in a relative timeline, like think about players that want to get into Legends now, what a lifetime stones is. A lifetime stones back then to get into Legends was about 25k stones. 25k stones these days, people eat up for breakfast. 25k stones was like champs, like, and not even high champs. So like the inflation is fucking huge, boys. It's huge. And I just felt like every time I was getting like an inch forward, that was just impossible. And then so I just like thinged it out of my brain and just ignored that it was a thing. And then like enough people kind of were starting the game and just got themselves into Legend. And then like once I suppose it settled down a bit, like maybe they need more people coming in, maybe it's just the same group of people that keep spending, and then they're just fighting it out near the top or say, and there's just this little pocket where Mr. Cloud had slid on through. So got to take this to 2. I'm going to take that to 1.48. That's a very odd number. 1.48. Okay. So for health, 1.7 and then 2. 1.7. And we go all the way down, we take it to 2. Now I'm going to leave the attack tab for last. Boys, we've already ran out of coins. Boys, look at the difference. We haven't even touched the attack tab. We've already ran out of coins. This is why I didn't want to respec my farm tab. So boys, boys, look at the difference, boys. All of this and I don't even have any of this or any of these levels. And that's so this tab here, this farm tab, is a do not respec for a long time. That's the difference in losing those enhancements. So a warning for you guys, if you haven't got the, well, actually, if you haven't got to the stage, if you weren't climbing up all of those trees previously, like you hadn't like invested into the vault and stuff like that, it will all be samey because it's still the same amount of coins. But if you have the original farm tab that you have, do not respec it. And after reading like what the other people said, and I thought it was going to be a forced respec, when I seen that it wasn't a forced respec, then I clicked straight away. Because the first thing that I did after I updated is I didn't go into my run. I didn't go into back into my farm run. I just accepted that there was a farm run to resume, and then the first thing I did, like here, is I went straight down here to my enemy level skips and I checked out the price. And then my next 5 levels of enemy level skips was like 60 big Q or something like that. After the update, it was 100. And then I was like, oh, okay. We're not going to touch this tab at all until we basically, it will be like for like once we get the B Taylor tab to the exact same position. Look, we couldn't even finish off the orbs. That's how much coins we lost. That's how much extra coins are flush within this tab. That's crazy, boys. That's crazy. I'm super stoked to see where I end up. Been average about 6 to 10 in champs for a while, but kind of expecting to start the bounce between champs and legends, and maybe at the bottom of mid legends. Dude, Whitey. Dude. That thing that I just showed you. Now, there is probably another thing that we probably can throw into the works, that if you're looking at the timeline in that, and this is probably another thing. So, I won't say hand on heart it'll be like for like, but I'm putting out there that it'll be a very similar experience for everybody that's in that kind of champs window. But this window here, so when was it? This window here, August. So there's a March window where a massive influx of players come in. There's around this August window where another massive cohort of people come in. There's one in about October. There's like the October to Christmas kind of period. And there's another one around March. Now the only thing that I can think of is that it's like aggressive marketing campaigns from TTG. So we probably have to factor that in, that as this sort of, the way that it works is, you know, it's a pyramid, boys. It's just a pyramid. So you need that fresh bunch of players to continuously come in, because a certain amount of people need to demote and sort of, you know, promote everything. Like, you need people to basically come in and be like the sacrificial lambs of the bracket in order to feed its upwards rise. So this is in a window where there's like aggressive campaigns from the devs on the marketing side, where there's just like tons and tons of people coming in. Now, I don't know the numbers, I don't know the backing numbers, I don't know how many people are coming in, I don't know how many people are quitting. Barely any of us, if not many, if any of us, there might be a selected few, will know that sort of information and that. So this could also be a bit of a benefit of riding a wave at a perfect time when they release a new league and all that sort of thing. So that can potentially have some influence in it, but in a broad sense, this is what I would use as a thing. So this is what I was showing one of my friends too. I'm not like showing him specifically, but explaining this sort of situation of like what happens when a new league was coming through. And people have been begging for a new league for a long time. Not like everybody, but enough people that are frustrated with the way the leagues are. It's definitely it's definitely a welcome thing. It's definitely a welcome thing. 25 slots now. We maxed that thing out. Haven't done the mastery. I don't know when we'll do the mastery. Multiply cells earned. I'm assuming this only applies to the card. I can't wait to watch the first couple mythic tournament brackets. Just, dude, I can't wait to see the people's streams too, man. Honestly. I can't wait to see how yoked it is. I haven't even unlocked. Look at that. 65 on tier 22. Boys, what we can do, because now we got presets, we can just go damage, damage. We can just go tournament. Boom, like that. And then we can just go tourney. What the hell's going on here? We can see if we can even get anything, boys. I suppose we probably want health. We probably want, I don't know, recovery package? Who fucking knows? Yeah, we'll just roll like that. We'll see if we can even get anything. So the good thing is we could just slot in project funding and just leave it. And then what do we do? Let's look how brutal this is for my poor little tower. We want our other dim core. Do we want harmony conductor? Look how easy that swap was, boys. Holy moly, boys. Second win straight away. Woof. I think we want fast up top. So we want to put fast. That was brutal, boys. We're already demon mode at wave 40. So we haven't even unlocked tier 23. And there's gonna be, boys, there's gonna be, oh, we'll take summon off. Oh, that's right, boys. You know what we can do? We can do this now. Ha! Let's check that out. Let's see what that's like. What's up with our range? What is up with that? What the hell's going on here? Okay, so we should set this up properly. Let's go like this. I don't actually want to max the range. And you might say, why? Because we tinker with the range quite a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to pump this up to level 20. Now let's try that. $98. Let's take this to 2.9. Take it to 3. Move our orbs. You know what we should do? We should probably turn CF Plus on, don't you reckon, boys? Holy moly. We're in full farm spec. Don't you unlock tier 23? There's a rumor that you need to unlock tier 23 to get into Mythic League. I mean, to me that makes sense. I haven't even unlocked it. I haven't even unlocked it, boys. Like, that's a whole new ball game for us. I don't even know where we're supposed to put our orbs. This is a whole different ball game for us. Like, our boss is the problem? What is this? Are we supposed to go there? Well, we've already beaten our previous. So we're doing something okay. Mashed potato. Johnson. What up, big dog? Dude, we've just been talking a whole bunch of gobbledygook and going over not so much the patch, but just what we're up to. Dude, we lost Spotlight. You son of a bitch. Alright, so Demon Mode at 76. So, boys, I don't know what the hell we're going to have to do to unlock tier 23. But this is wild. You can slide it in instead of clicking the signs. Oh, there we go. Technologia, boys. Technologia. Oh, they got boss ultimate in this tier. Whoa. Imagine if they put range ultimate in, eh? Boys, everybody be spewing, eh, if they put in range ultimate. Imagine, boys. Imagine. Alright, so those tanks look pesky. Alright, so if we're lucky, we might get 100 waves. We look like we just need a butt ton of CC. So I don't know what the hell we're going to do about this, boys. Just heaps of CC and heaps of effective damage. And probably a lot of health to tank the overcharge. Because we'll have to tank it with our package. Package or wall health. We're going to need a lot to get our wall health up. Especially since we don't have any substats for it. We definitely benefit when the amp bot's up. When it's down, we're a struggle central. So I'm assuming it's 300 waves to get tier 23. I don't think we're going to get 300 waves. I'm just genuinely curious into how many light years away from it we are. What do you reckon, boys? Right, we did alright on that boss. We're getting some energy shields back. We just need some really good perk choice. Jens, what's good? Dude. I'll go over everything in our next progress update. Because obviously, like, it's a huge update for everybody. Or a large cohort of the player base. But man, we did it. We did some things. We did some things this stream. I was gonna do it in my next video, but dudes, like most people, just super excited with this update. Super excited. Oh, boys, and there's a poison swamp slider. Huge. Want to ask you something after the stream if you're free? Dude, for you, I'm always free. Anytime. Anytime, big guy. Even if time zones all up the wazoo, you can shoot me a message anytime, big guy. Alright, let's see what this overcharge is doing. Because we got that new tech. Look at that, boys. That new tech, that V29 ticker. Also super excited to start running another bot other than Goldbot. Yeah, dude, that's huge. That's huge. Everybody getting the opportunity to be able to put like a flame bot on or an ant bot on is huge. Like the difference it made in my last tournament was like 300 waves. And 300 waves is pretty damn big. Bro, that change, honestly, that change, that energy shield thing makes overcharge so much more manageable. That's crazy. 300 waves wild. Yeah, so like, even if 300 waves was, say, 20, it was about 20% more waves, the amount of power, the amount of more power that is so much more than 20%. Alright, we got a Death-Defy, boys. Oh god, the dogs are rumbling in the lounge. The dogs are rumbling in the lounge. We rolled a Death-Defy, 500Q damage. I wonder, should I be turning off my black hole? Or we're gonna run into some bad RNG with a protector. We've got a max scout on too. Just FYI. I think the scout is basically perma. Just the FYI for you fellas. Look at that. Just making light workers shit. Only when the ant bot's up. So depending on the modules that they release over the next coming month or whatever they were talking about, will depend on what the second ultimate weapon is that I invest in. Because it's basically going to be... It's basically going to define our build. Will be what our second damage deal is going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be Poison Swamp or Smart Missile. The only problem with Smart Missile, there's no CC. Come on, we got a Death-Defy. Come on. Look at that. That overcharge, boys. Alright, let's see if we get a good perk. We need the 50% less enemy health. We need 50% speed. We need something good, boys. We need something good. The power of free respecs and V29 technology, boys. Do you have Wave 1000 Tier 21 unlocked? That's what I'm pushing. I don't know. I haven't checked. I think I did the last one that you do for stones. And then I didn't do any more. Oh no. Oh no, boys. This is it. It took our nuke. He took our nuke. This is it, boys. If we get bad perk selection, it's game over. At least we will be able to intro sprint up to these waves. This is the mostest waves I've done since I was a little girl, boys. Why is there a dog chewing on my seat? Get. Oh no, this is it. No, and we rolled a Death-Defy. What killed me? Overcharge. 10 Death-Defies, boys. So if we just did a quick little recap, we'll be able to intro sprint through all of that. Maybe, if we don't die. We just gotta not hit demon mode. So we go like this. We go extra orbs, 87. Now we should on paper be able to intro sprint through all of that. Oh, it was the overcharge because we didn't have enough health. Alright, we got to keep that in mind, boys. We need a good amount of base health. At least while it's building up. So if we exit, surrender, retry. Sorry you guys have to see this. Didn't mean to. I didn't mean to make this a milestone video. I was just genuinely interested in what we would get to. Alright, so we lost all our defenses. Take this to 87. Let's turn the black hole off. Oh, and we hit demon mode. Alright, so we're just getting slammed, boys. It's going to be very samey for us. It's going to be... Oh, what is that? What is that? Ah, very nice. Next. Wow. So what did you say? 1,000. What's that research? What is that? Do you see what tier 21's like? Oh, fuck. We're going to get hammered in this one too. We'll just use it for background noise, eh? We'll use it for background noise, boys. Because I do need to go get some dinner and stuff with my wife. Both had a horrible week at work. But you know what made this week better? Version 29, boys. Version 29. XL Daily, here for the ride, big guy. Battle conditions. Oh, dude. I bet those are hella expensive. How expensive are those mashed potato? Well, we just smoked our previous best. Just by having the presets. Well, you know, in saying that, compared to last time, there might be like a little bit of stuff that we got. We also, I don't know if you guys know, we picked up the slow aura mastery, so that's definitely going to help with these overcharge. Whoa, we're rolling death defies on the overcharge. Damn, are they hitting that hard? Boys, these overcharge are hitting that hard. So we're going to need a lot more HP. You'll keep that in mind, boys. Starts at 2Q. I don't even think I can get 2Q. Holy. So it's pretty much nothing but death defies off it. The dogs. Boys, it's like a Royal Rumble behind this. I don't even know if I can get 2Q health. Damn, we're going to have to put a lot of enhancements into it. I suppose that's why heaps of people use like flame bots and stuff, eh? Alright, we're at 1Q. Where do I go? I suppose if we're to survive, we need that. Oh god, now the dogs are trying to come to me. Macho man, come on. Come on. Come on. Jump up. Come on. Here you go, boys. Macho man. This is the infamous Macho man himself. It's alright. It's alright, buddy. You gotta turn that way so everyone can see how cute you are. Fucking turn, boy. He's like, nah. Well, he's off. He's off. Alright, so we're at 1.32Q. We've got a couple energy shields. Alright, we're okay. Or we must have death defied somewhere. We got 100Q damage. So we're just... Oh no, boys. We're going to lose our wings soon. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, we'll take that. Enemy speed. Shit. suppose black hole duration. So this might be able to help with protectors. Alright, we're almost getting to the 2Q mark. There's a bunch of stuff we need. We want... Damn, I was really hoping for the poison swamp one, so we can try to get some missed chances. We just want to get those missed chances on, boys. We're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. 2Q for the labs. Whoa. Starts at 2Q. Holy crap. And I suppose it gets you barely anything. And doubles. So we'll only be able to get a few clicks. I'm just going to be cheeky and go... Ah, shit. Do we go health? Everybody's going to go, no. Okay, so we got 3Q. So we can survive one hit from overcharge. Damn. It wasn't enough, boys. We don't have enough sauce. Oh, we got a miss. We got a miss, boys. Landmine stun mastery coming in clutch. Alright, what do we got? Damage. Damn. We're gonna lose our wings soon. Three commanders? What? Alright, we got another perk coming up. Is it going to be a goodie? Please don't get kicked out of intro sprint. Oh, we're already out of intro sprint. Because this must be the maximumest wave that we've ever gotten to. Alright, so we're already at our PB. There's the demon mode. We're in action now, boys. %50 less health. Right, so we got the speed and we got the health. Now we need the chain lightning damage. We need the health. And I suppose that 2Q base damage. Oh, we can actually check it in the enemy, yeah. $49Q. What? Bro, that is wild. Ultimate weapon duration, a death defy down, energy shield down, enemy level skip reduction is the next one. Ultimate weapon duration, death defy down, energy shield down. I don't think I'm going to get 1,000 waves, big guy. I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think I'm strong enough. I don't think we're going to get it, boys. Boys, have you guys been glued to the Discord like I have? Bro, I've been absolutely glued to it, boys. Bro, even like scrolling back and reading. It's always like that. I was explaining to one of my boys. I was like, you have to understand what a new version update is to us. That's like you going to go play in the finals. Like... That's like you're playing League in the finals, bro. Like, it's such a big thing for all us nerds. It's such a big thing for us. What are these? Oh, it's boss ultimate in this too. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's boss ultimate in this. 28% overheal. Well, we've already beaten our record for this tier, which is to be expected. We haven't done it for such a long time. So... Oh. So 2Q... for the lab. $2Q for the lab, and it doubles each time. Means I could probably afford like 5 levels. Because I'm getting... Let's do some math. I'm about 570 Q an hour. 570 times, what, 24? So just under 14 Q a day. Last lab, whoa, is a big S. 1024 Q. So one big S. Bro, that's huge, bro. Bro, these overcharge are rippy, eh? Oh, got a perk. Oh no, what have I done? Game speed. Game speed should have been one of the first ones. Boys, everybody's going to be so strong in this tournament. Like with everybody getting the free respecs, everybody's going to be so strong this tourney. I'm happy for everybody. It's going to be across the board. But I hope that whatever position you are in the game, I hope you're happy with some of the stuff they put out there. I hope you're happy with some of the stuff that they put out there. Damn, we need wave accelerator in, eh? Boys, we're so far away from tier 23. I don't know. Man, I don't know what the goal is there. Hey, cut it out, you guys. Just leave him. He's just a puppy, man. He's just a puppy. Got my girls getting mad at the pup. Oh, this is another thing. Dope update, bro. So dope. We can see what the guildies are talking about. So this is one thing we were talking about earlier, was about the life-saving order priority. So on unlock is Death Defy, Energy Shield, Second Wind, Demon Mode, Nuke. That's the standard order. My thoughts would be we would push Nuke up the ladder. Maybe above Energy Shield. My thoughts would be I'd want Nuke to be firing off as much as possible. And trying to roll a Death Defy off it, but mainly so it can put that Nuke mastery on a constant effect. Probably want to go Demon Mode, Nuke, Second Wind in that order, since Demon Mode recharges faster. It gives you more damage than Nuke can. Yeah, so you could get the Demon Mode damage apply. It depends if they kick you out of intro sprint on the Demon Mode. That's probably the only other thing to take into consideration. I really like the new Energy Shield perk in the Vault. It's big for Glass Cannon and tournaments. Oh, Autism doesn't have the update yet. I'll tell him, refresh, buddy. He's probably got it now by the time he's seen the message. This was like hours ago. Swamp Radius. That's what we want. We want the chance to miss, boys. Let's see what Swamp looks like. What do we reckon, boys? Yeah, there it is, boys. That extra CC. Once I've got the Guardian presets, probably just going to push a milestones runs all weekend. I think there's going to be a lot of people going to be doing stuff like that. I think that's why I wanted the presets so bad. It just encourages my lazy ass to do it. Boys, can you hear the dog? The dog is mad at the puppies. I'm wondering if I should be bringing those orbs in a bit. Just so it's actually touching the boss. 80. Because it's the fast ultimate, eh? The fast just throw the bosses at you. I don't even know why I'm going for the battle condition lab if I can't even lab it. Don't know how much benefit we're going to get out of it, boys. And again, this is me streaming using UG Phone. So now that we've got everything tidied up with UG Phone, it's actually running really well for us, boys. Damage. Enemy level skips lab would be pretty huge. Enemy level skips lab. Wow, imagine how expensive those would be. Alright, these overcharge are wrecking us. How the hell are people tanking this? You log in through into UG Phone through your PC. In this it is, yep. Not through the application, through the APK. It's like super buggy and choppy. I don't know, man. But it's just, I haven't had much success with it. It's a bit wonky. It's all pixelated and shit. It's kind of rubbish. But just through like their standard browser. Enemy level skips lab. The lab is 2Q. Where do you get that lab? I don't even know there was an enemy level skips lab. Where's that one? Mashed potato? Like, I would happily... Oh, it's what I'm going for? Oh, dude. I thought it was just battle conditions. There's an enemy level skip lab as well. I'd happily blow weeks worth of econ into it. I don't even know that lab existed. Tier 21, wave 1k. Damn, I didn't even know that existed. The boys. See, this is why I love you fellas. You fellas always got me. Oh, because it reduces the battle conditions. So is that battle conditions like across all battle conditions, like the other old one that you unlocked ages ago? So it's kind of like your other one. Check the heat. Where's the heat? The fire icon. What am I looking for, big guy? Oh, like how the battle conditions applies to it. Yeah, it's a separate enemy level skip lab. Affects all 3 forms of every level skip's battle condition, bro. Why didn't we know about this? I feel like it's ranged, so we don't get chipped from the black hole. I think the only problem with that ranged line is it pulls tank's ultimate in closer. I didn't know that's how the tank ultimate line was based on until I saw it in Zerodin's stream. But I suppose like fast ultimate are just gonna throw shit at your face anyway. Doesn't really matter. Thanks for the pointer with Black Hole Digester regarding range. This improved my coin per minute by 40%. Dude, that is huge. It's a massive jump. That's a massive jump. I think the basic idea of it is just to get everything to your tower as fast as possible and take it to the kill zone. And that's kind of why the lower range benefits so many builds. Now it doesn't benefit all builds because a lot of people have other specific ways that they'll set up their towers, but in a majority of cases it's kind of like sync versus no sync. It's not always the case, but in a majority of cases it's the winner. But dude, that's huge. 40% more econ, holy moly. Right, there's not many good perks we have left, boys, to get. So we're kind of like we're at that point, boys, where it's kind of like, oh, there's a lot of waves to go. There's a lot of waves to go. Is Scout any good without Spotlight Plus? I wouldn't think so, but I would think that it's probably better than what Attack is. Because, like, most people that, let's say, don't have the attack... most people, like, let's say that, if we go back to the question, is attack chip, or is Scout chip good with no Spotlight Plus? If you don't have Spotlight Plus, the likelihood of not having enough CC to benefit having the attack chip, like attack chip requires a shit ton of CC, all the CC in the world, so that it can do its percentage based damage. And that's what made it broken, and heaps of people, I wouldn't say abusing it, because at the end of the day they put it in the game. So it's not really an abuse. If you code something and you don't math out it fully, and people use that technology, well, it is what it is. But there's probably a possibility that Scout Chip's going to be better than Attack, because if you don't have Spotlight Plus, then you probably don't have the CC to benefit from the Attack Chip. I suppose that's kind of where I'm going. Ah, fuck. What do we take? Just damage, eh? Because damage equals hot chicks. Look at that, boys. One big Q damage. I've never seen that in my life since I was a little girl. Check it out once we kill an elite. Oh, can't see. We'll try to see in this tab. Boom, 1.45. Damn. I think going for these milestones like definitely benefits you if you've taken the time to do if you've actually taken the time to do all your dissonance in a bunch of these tiers. I don't know, boys. I hope we get the wave 1000, but I don't know if we will, boys. What's the chain lightning at? Bouncing around there. Hopefully you can see that. 824S, so almost the number after a S. I don't know what number's after S. We'll wait till we get the chain lightning perk, which hopefully comes up at the 700. I have 2 black hole that cover the entire screen with a small range. Let's go. Once you get Ancestral Project funding, you'll see Big Q all the time. Dude. Bro, imagine if we went through... Boys, you know what? Do you know what? I hope we go through the 4 new banners and don't get Ancestral Project funding. I don't even want it now. We'll call it a self-nerf. I hope we don't get it. Just so it's funnier. Gamba for the boys. But I already spent like 2,000-3,000 gems on all the shit, like rushing the lab, getting that card and whatever. Definitely waiting for the banners. Now you're definitely gonna get it. Imagine it next pull. Next pull we get it. Boys, I don't even want it. I might just send an email to Tech Tree Games and say, you know what, Uncle Fuds? I don't even want Ancestral Project funding. I don't even like it. Like, I don't even see why people like it. Like, it's not even any good. I have project funding at Legendary already, but no good for me. It's not any good for you yet. I think even at Epic it's pretty potent. Alright, we got 3 energy shields, so I'm pretty stoked there. So we're doing okay. I think the extra misses and the slowdown and the overcharge, like I think we got a few layers of defense that are helping us out here. We need that chain lightning perk. Whoa, that protector. What was that, boys? What was that blasphemy? Boys, if they bring out a module that helps Poison Swamp tick faster, boys, it's the build that I want. It's the build that I want, boys. Oh no, the overcharge. Look, we got demon mode back, boys. Boys, we might get this. Fuck, we might get this, boys. We might get this. I still need the cash to upgrade in the run, so it'll be ineffective. Tier 1, 10,000 waves. Yeah, dude. I know which window you're in. I know what you mean. Eventually, in time, you'll get enough free ups that it will just negate. Yeah, bro. We've all been in that. We've all been in that window, dude. If you're in tier 1, yeah, definitely. Like I at least wouldn't be farming with it. Chain lightning. Let's go, boys. Let's see what our damage is at. So we'll have to see when we get a Death Defy. So it's 276 with no demon mode. We'll see what it's at after demon mode. And then no Death Defy. Boys, we might get this. We're almost at 800 waves. How about the module that makes Smart Missile good? I want that. Dude, the thing is that that image that people were showing, if you look at the screenshot, I think it's in the module section or whatever. If you look at the screenshot, the thing that I referred to is the image above it was Primordial Collapse, and the effect that it showed was its effect at Epic. So if that's the effects that core module has at Epic, imagine what it looks like at Ancestral. So that targeting Smart Missile that comes out to whatever's been alive. So for the most part, it's either gonna be a tank, a boss ultimate, or a fleet. And it's most likely gonna be a fleet. Maybe that 14-second delay is like much lower. Imagine if it was like every 4 seconds or something like that. So making your damage multiply, giving it double AoE size, and then you can even factor in like the AoE mastery as well for more boom booms. You know, this goes to the Ryan boom boom build. And then kind of like a homing targeting system for something that's on the screen for all of your Smart Missiles to continuously focus in on. Boys, it might be a thing, man. It might be a thing. Like, the thing with smart missiles is I reckon it's like the best looking ultimate weapon in the game. Like, I really want a OA, poison swamp, smart missile, chain lightning build. That direction. But they definitely need something. Oh, and then you also got Antbot Plus, so that's more hits. Like, there is a potential there, boys, for it to become the Kingmaker again. Like, something doesn't necessarily have to dethrone, but it has to compete with Inner Landmine Plus. And if there's nothing in these modules and these updates, we're just going to have to build accordingly, which will most likely be Inner Landmine Plus. But we're going to need some CC tool in order to get us out of tier 18. And we'll have to start building towards it. I've managed to get a small victory in the stream. I got my MVN to Mythic. Let's go, bro. Mythic will carry you for a very long time, my guy. Do we just go Orb? Or do we go Cash? Let's go Orb. Mythic will carry you for a very long time in MVN. Especially if you got it a Mythic and you're still in tier 1. That's huge. I don't have any Mythic modules when I was in tier 1. I don't even know if I had any legendaries when I was in tier 1. I think I was still farming with the standard blues. Alright, we got Second Wind, we got Nuke, we got Demon Mode. Boys, we're up. We're up. If we get to the 1,000, I'm just going to cancel it. I'm not going to push it any further. Because next time I do it, we'll get to skip all the way to 1,000 if we can survive the overcharges through the intro sprint. Hell yeah, man. Congrats on the Mythic MVN. That's huge. That's huge, big guy. Now, I don't know what we're going to do as far as unlocking tier 23. I think it's just is what it is. I'm still in tier 1. I got max tier 12 to 90. Waves with Demon Mode and Second Life. I think I use some cheeky tactics like that. Especially to unlock the Chain Lightning Labs. Intro Sprint, Second Wind, Energy Shield, Demon Mode, and just like spamming for RNG. Boys, I think we're going to get this. I think we're going to get this. Boys, what a stream. We got the bot presets back. We got workshop presets. We got our gem stacker back. So what happens when you hit your daily gem cap? Like when we hit our daily gem cap, like how do we know we hit it? Does it tell us somewhere? Do gems just stop spawning? And then we can actually just go to sleep for the next day? How does it work, brothers? How does it work for us? Right, perk. What kind of perk do we get? Oh, damage. Hopefully the boss... Hopefully we didn't just pick a run killer and the boss has become a problem now. Imagine that. Imagine we just ruined it. I hit at 8 AM and got no gems until 8 PM. Damn. No more gems spawned. So it doesn't even tell you? It would be cool if there was like just even a tiny icon somewhere where it's like, oh, you've hit your cap, instead of like, maybe we just realize when we like check and then it's just there's no more, and then it's like, okay, I don't have to touch it for a day or something, or the rest of the day. They just don't show up because they're capped and they don't start spawning again until reset. Is the reset based on like the typical tower reset, or is it a weird reset like I think the fetch is on a weird reset. 360 max per day. So you guys have already smashed through your max. On average, at least 500 per day. Before every single day, I got 25 gem stacking. Now it just doesn't show up when you've got it capped. That's, boys. I mean, I suppose it just becomes a thing and we just get used to it. And we know that by whatever time each day, we've probably picked up all our gems. Boys, our gems are capped. Oh no, bosses are looking like a problem now. Maybe I picked a run killer. I need the boss speed perk. I need the boss speed perk now. I need it in this next one. Because we've just... Boys, we might have picked a... Well, hopefully not a run killer. We're up high enough. We're up high enough, boys. Bro, that boss is living so long. No. 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 We need the perk. Otherwise, we're done, boys. Roughly 12 to 15 hours. Straight from hitting gems to the cap. 12 to 15 hours. Oof. I suppose, boys. Oh, boys, you wouldn't believe it. We didn't fucking get it. Oh, no. Oh, no, boys. Alright, we're going to need some good RNG with these bosses. How often are they spawning? How often are they spawning, boys? What have we done? More bosses? Where's the more bosses? Where's the fucking more bosses, boys? Every 5 waves. That's okay. Oh, we're still not in demon mode. So, boys, we're not even in demon mode. We're all good. We got this. This is ours now. Unless something catastrophic happens. Which the only thing that can, like, really be a pain for us, if we're at this stage, is a protector. If we got some shocking RNG with a protector, that's why I hate them. Then we can lose all our defenses. Demon mode might save it. Yeah, I think the demon mode will demon mode will save us from a bad protector RNG. Boys, we got it. 1,000 waves. Let's go, boys. Man, version 29. Bro, I'm still fizzing out on this update. It's such an epic update. And you know what? I can't wait to see, like, boys, remember the grind it was to get auto restart? And now people, like, that part of the tree's automatically unlocked and you just need 20 keys. So you just need to stay in Legends for 20 tournaments and it's yours. Auto restart. That's crazy. That's so good for everybody. I still wish that they put auto restart somewhere else as a lab, but if this is the closest thing we're going to get to progression for people to get auto restart, then this is huge. Way past my bedtime, but I'm locked in and seeing you get this now. Dude, we're right on it. Look, 911. We just passed wave 911. Dude, we got this, man. I honestly didn't even know there was a lab here. That's why when you said wave 1000, there's the lab, I was like, hey, there's a lab. I'm going to change a whole heap, honestly, because the top dogs won't need to put coins into stuff so they can go all out on chain damage, etc. Their damage is going to be ridiculous. Yeah, I've seen some crazy calculations that people are putting out there with, like, some stuff that they've already theory crafted together. So there's gonna be like a pretty outstanding power spike for the mythic boys. The mythic boys. Damn. So the next league they have to save is Ancestral. The next league's Ancestral. It would be cool if they changed the trophy color to reflect it. Like the modules, like rare. Boys, you know what they're going to get? You know what we're going to get? Like, at some stage, we're going to get the next grade. I guarantee you we're going to get another grade eventually. Maybe not in version 30. Maybe not in version 31. But maybe version 32 or something like that. I guarantee you we're going to get another grade of module. And what's it called won't be the highest. That Ancestral won't be the highest. Alright. 5-0 without demon mode. 5-0, 28-0 damage. So times that by 5. Mawheelan, what's good? What's good? Good morning to you, man. I hope it's not too much of a crazy time in the morning. And I know it's a crazy time for a lot of you guys. So I definitely appreciate you. Anybody that hits us up on the rewatch, definitely appreciate you guys too, man. If you have at least one level of gem stacking, it'll take a minimum of 12 hours if you click before the timer stops. If you have the max gem stacking, it's easy to collect all the gems once per hour. I think that's why I bought back the first one. And I may even pick up another one. I think a bit of a high priority for me is bot range. And also, I want the bot range. And then after that, orbs. The 2 extra orbs is going to be huge. Huge for farm. It's going to help in tourney. It's going to be huge for dissonance. Everything. What I'm saying is it's easy to reach the cap in the minimum time with the max gem stacking. And then once you hit your maximum cap, you can just go to sleep, boys. You don't have to touch it. Boys, who would have thought? Like, just collect it out throughout the day. And then just, like, go to sleep at night. Let the tail play itself. Boys, we got this 1,000 waves. Run, dun, 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 dun. Run, dun, 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 dun. What a stream, boys. What a stream. So stoked, man. Like, so many things in this update that I wanted. Remember, keep in mind, if you're just tuning in, the effects that if you've shopped around in the vault and at least made your way up to auto restart, and then even more so if you made your way up to bots previously, do not respec your farm tab. You will be locked out of it. I couldn't even finish off. I only did what I put into utility. I didn't even get to finish off my defense tab, and I already didn't have enough coins for anything else. My standard workshop and my attack enhancements. So it's pretty wild, boys. You know what we're going to do? We're going to hit demon mode now so we can see how much damage. So 174.0. Let's kill an elite. 174.0, 2.4 big Q. With the mythic, boys, with the mythic project funding, I don't even want an ancestral. I don't even like ancestral. Ancestrals go. Alright, here it is, boys. We're going to hit the 1,000. Oh, I did it again. Boys, terrible luck. Here it is, boys. Wave skip. Oh no, not the wave skip. Not the wave skip. Here it is. Boom. There it is, boys. Wave 1000. Run, 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 run. And we seem to be just still cruising through fine. I gotta kill it there. And then next time I go for it, at least we can skip through to 1,000. Probably easier said than done, because the overcharge are pretty damn rippy, man. So I don't know if we'll be able to skip all the way up, but next time, I don't know what the next thing is. I don't know what the next thing is. less gems right before the next 4 feature banners. How unfortunate. Yeah, I'm a little bit like that. Had to spend some of my gems. Clouded, got jump scared. Dude, I absolutely did. I didn't want it to not show up. Whoa, these bosses are chunky. Absolutely massive. Enjoy those labs. Good night all. Cheers, mashed potato. Bro, all your support, dude. Absolutely appreciate it. GG's. What up, Clouded? The Candyman 89. What a great year to be born. Dude, we got 1,000 waves. So I'm assuming that the next reward is at 1250. We're not going to go till there. We'll wait. The next time we do that, we'll wait till we get more lifetime coins, more lifetime stones, more CC, that sort of thing. There's a potential we could get it, but I think it's only gems or a little bit of stone. So what we're going to do, boys, we're going to end it there. What's with the jacket, bro? NZ should be warm. It's, is it still winter? I think the weather's super bipolar. The weather's super bipolar at the moment. So it's actually fucking cold. Like, are you guys, if you guys see me and I'm kind of like moving like this, it's because my legs are jumping around. My fucking legs are freezing. Alright, let's get out of this. Boom. 6 milestones. Let's do this, boys. Gems. Perfect timing. Some stones. Unlock research. Ultimate weapon duration. Death-defied down. Energy shield down. Enemy level skip reduction. Boys. Okay. What's this? Hey! We got this. When the fuck did we get that? Let's go. Oh, so the next one is stones. Boys, that's like 90 stones. Nah, another time. Another time, fam. So, new researchers. Not fucking history. Clouded. Okay, so we need to go. I'm assuming it's the... Where is it? Where is she? Is it these? Whoa! Okay. Enemy level skip reduction. So you say that it doubles each time. So it goes like 1.4 and then does it go 2.8 and then... So we might be able to... Let's do some maths, boys. Let's do some maths. Hold on, let's catch up with you guys. So I see some questions. 1250 stone, 1250 is the stone reward? Is that to max out that thing? Clouded, the enemy level skips lab is the one we were talking about. Ha! So I didn't know it was a group. I thought when you were talking about battle condition lab, I thought it was like that other first one that you get and you take it up to 10%. I didn't know it was an extension of all of these. Like specific to the, like more, basically more shit. Because I knew that these ones existed, like specific to the enemies. I didn't know these were a thing, brothers. I didn't even know these were a thing. So I'm assuming that... Okay, let's do some maths. What did you lock yourself out of? So this is just for a quick thing. So if you climbed up the vault, previously it had these were the pathing. The pathing was this, enhancements discounts. So you had reroll discounts, and then you picked up another node and it was enhancement discounts, reroll discounts, enhancement, and it went all the way up since you were a little girl, and you had to struggle your whole life to climb up the tree to auto restart. And then the next one people were going for, especially after version 28, was bot presets, which was a couple more of these nodes, I think. So all in total, I think the total discount I was getting was like maybe like 25%. Now, this tab here is my original farm tier. So this is my original farm tier. But this farm spec, respec, whatever. Farm preset, we'll call it. This is the original one that I had before the update. After the update, anything I put into any of these presets no longer have that discount applied to the enhancements. Now, what I kind of put out to everybody, and I think everybody's kind of aware of this, but not everybody will be. So this mainly affects people that climbed up the vault tree. If you haven't climbed up the vault tree previously, this won't apply to you because you haven't had that discount applied to a preset. But if you have, what we did is we tried to copy this tab here, like our enhancements, basically our entire preset, and we did it on a second blank preset. We nicknamed it Mr. Taylor. I got the utility done. I couldn't even complete my defense one, which was basically orbs, let alone put anything into damage or anything at all into my basic workshop. So that's how much that application is. So if I went to this one and I originally was going to respec this to devo off this damage, I've lost way too much coins because this has still the discount applied to it. So in order to keep this, there will eventually become a point where my overall lifetime coins will be big enough that it will now match up even. Now, how I knew this was a thing is I went over to this enhancement. I looked at the enemy level skips, and I was saving up 70 big Q or 60 big Q for my next 5 clicks of the enemy level skips. And prior to the update, it was like 60 Q. After the update, it was like 100. And then I knew that if that's how much that jump was, everything else I've invested in a new tab won't have that discount applied. So it's just, yeah, I knew. So if you respec out of it, you lose that entire discount. So it's like, to try to avoid that happening at all costs until you get to a stage, don't do it. The only other way to do it is to buy them all back. And boys, this is not cheap. I mean, we'll have to see what the overall increase in keys that everyone gets as everyone moves around and that sort of thing. So it might come faster than we think, but relative to a bunch of this other stuff, I would imagine it shouldn't be much of a priority. There's way too many other good things to get than to focus on getting that discount. Now, it's all relative. It is relative to your economy. It's relative to, you know, your econ ultimate weapons, your build type, etc, etc. But I'm thinking, just in a general note, those 90 keys could probably go into a few other things. One thing off the top of my head that I could think of that I would rather spend those 90 keys on is buying 2 orbs, because there's no other way for me to get orbs except for through the vault or through substat efficiency, which is very expensive, thousands on thousands on thousands of stones. Or I would rather max out this for 100 keys before I even look at extra 8 meters of bot. Would be far more impactful, I'd imagine, than getting those discounts. Again, it's all relative to the situation that you are, or the position you are in the game. What's the lab cost reduction percent? I can give you the prices. What's your lab cost reduction? Max. Total coin, 1.44 big S. Damn. For the 10 levels. It appears you have the lab. Yeah, I've got it maxed. I'm key poor. I'm safe. Yeah, but so it'll just be a thing of the past. It'll just honestly, it'll just be a thing of the past, and it won't apply to a bunch of people that will be now about to come into the stage in that. But I think, even though I haven't had the presets, I had bought presets for like a week before they kind of come out. I think after seeing enough streams of like people with presets and all that sort of stuff, and I've seen streams where people buy stuff and do this, and then they go to jump into that tab and then they can't, and then they're like, shit, that's the tab that I need. So I kind of knew that it was always a thing, and I was hoping that they wouldn't like refresh everybody's workshops in that with the change in the update, and they didn't. So we kind of scooted through, boys. We've kind of just slithered through, and we've dodged the bullet there. So there's a bit of a saving grace, and they didn't really have to do that. I don't think the devs like really had to do that. I think it's probably just more or less one of those things where it's probably not worth to keep everything fair. It's probably just not worth the hassle. Like and it really wouldn't be. Like, is there some sort of advantage having that discount applied? Yes. Is it game breaking? No. Because in another week or two, that advantage will just disappear as your overall lifetime coins increases. It's one of those things where it's not super crazy. But even I thought that I would get more than what I got. Like, I thought I would have just gotten at least all my enhancements done. But then maybe not so much my standard workshop. So turn the shockwave down. Now one thing we want to look at is we want to actually look at those battle condition ones, because the enemy level skips one's pretty big, boys. Like, it's pretty big. What's this? Enhancement discount. Let's see how much difference this makes. So 0.3%. We'll do this at, we'll say 10 levels. 774. 774, boys. Remember that. 771. I feel like this lab's so much better now. Like, it depends how long it takes us to get around to picking up those discounts, which I'm thinking is probably a little bit of a while. Probably not going to be super priority. So this lab is going to be quite impactful. But you know what else is going to be impactful? Getting those battle conditions, boys. But shout out to you fellas for showing me this technology. So let's see how many labs we can get in this. So what is it? 1.4 times 2. So it's 2.8 times 2. That's 3 levels. 4 levels. So we could probably get 5%. We could probably get it to 5% and not stress out too much. I think the other thing we have to take into consideration is that depending on how much flush coins you have up here. Look at that. See that, boys? This is a classic example. You need 1.4 more coins to switch presets. So this is something you have to take into consideration, that if you have a large coin here and you have barely any in these other tabs, if you do an expensive lab, if you pump a bunch into your modules, if your coins get allocated elsewhere, it may be a situation where you have to, it's not that deep, you can just switch a lab, get the coins refunded, jump into the tab, you know, this, that, and the third. But it's just, there can be a little bit of fiddling around when it comes to that sort of stuff. So that is a perfect example. Can't swap here. I'm allowed to swap there. I'm allowed to swap there. I can't swap there. So that, yeah, that's just a bit of a thing, boys. It's a bit of a thing, my brothers. So now we should just be able to go back and chill in a farmage. Workshop orbs. What? Go like that. We got to turn the Chrono Field off. We got to turn the Poison Stun off. Otherwise, everything just tanks. Change our target priority. Get fast out the way. Move elites up. And boys, that is us. Man, that was honestly, that was epic. I was thinking about it all day, and then I crunched numbers before the stream, and I was actually still 10 keys off, so I don't know. I got my math wrong. Maybe the sheet that I was reading it off was wrong. But boys, dude, we're up. We're up, man. It's been weird with the coin total in one preset and one coin total in the other. I've been told never to spend more than your tawny tab than your farm tab, so that you can afford any research. Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Just to stop that thing of what we just seen. I think the good thing is that each time you do a tournament, or every second tournament or something, you can just refresh your workshop. Okay, got a bit of this coin, so this should make, having these presets should make things just like a lot more kind of AFK friendly, where you're not juggling, okay, this might benefit me in farm but not in tournament, do I need a respec, all that sort of thing. It's just like every time we do it, like say for the EHP dissonance tab preset we created, is every time we go and do it, we can top up that tab. And then we just, all we got to do is just keep farming. We just keep the farming up, so we just keep getting coins flushing in. And it kind of puts like econ like pretty up there with presets. I think just in general, econ, you know, it's supposed to be up there in general. But I think like with heaps of people having presets, I feel like you'll be able to feel the effect better. Because I definitely felt like I felt the effects better with bots, because it's like I feel like I'm leveling up tons of different bots instead of just leveling up gold bot. Disco Fever, hope you're well, brother. Gotta work presets once I unlock the lab. Sales cards pretty crazy. I got a 50% increase. I got about a 20 I got about a 30% increase. Definitely nothing to scoff at. I've seen some people get some wild increases. While you're firing that enhancements dissonance lab, I only did 10. Yeah. I was actually planning on permering it, but it's actually really long. Like, there's probably an argument to be had that rather than doing that, try to find some econ stuff, but I don't really have any econ stuff. The other thing that could probably be better than that one that we did with that discount is probably actually the module generator. Fuck, what is it? Assist module, not substat. The other one. The not substat one, and actually just pumping that up for getting more econ. Boys, honestly, outstanding, stoked. I'm glad you guys were here along for the journey. We even got some new labs unlocked as a bit of a bonus round for the boys. But gents, it's time for me to go get some dinner. So once again, for the impromptu stream, everybody coming in and showing us some love. Dude, I'm excited for the next so many months worth of tournaments. I'm excited to see heaps fresh blood through the ranks, plenty of people. I hope from version 29 onwards, you get a lot of things that you've wanted up to this point. I hope that for everybody. I hope everybody gets auto restart. I still wish that it was a lab, but dudes, it's a lot more accessible. It is more accessible now than it was before, and I highly recommend You ride the wave of a bunch of people promoting and moving around and all sorts of stuff, and then you get yourself auto restart, and you just get to kick back and enjoy, man. Get to kick back, enjoy, have fun, have a good one. We'll see what the 20s are like tomorrow. I expect the 20s to be crazy, as everybody gets to express themselves with their newfound power. But gents, as always, if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.